What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Health is Wealth podcast. This is the show we talk about the relationship between your health, your wealth, and we're not just talking about the push-ups and dollar bills. Today's episode is all about you don't know what you don't know. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jason Shiberly, and I got two of the guys that I train with on a regular basis, Bobby Jackson and Drew Keeker. What's up, guys?
Yo, how's it going?
Good to be here for another good episode.
It's another one.
As always, I think we put together a good one.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be fired up about this. You don't know what you don't know is the topic, and when it comes to beginning clients that we deal with, letting them know that it's okay that they don't know what's about to happen and how to move their body again is a good thing to know.
And even as trainers, we should constantly be in a pursuit of trying to absorb and learn new things, right? Yeah. That's the idea. And like for that beginner client, maybe they're starting out on whatever type of program, right? There's so many different styles of exercise, the resistance training, the HIT, there's the group fitness, there's the personal training. If you're in some type of exercise that's just not working, don't assume that all exercise just doesn't work for you, right? We have people, I'm sure you guys have had tons of clients where it's, oh no, based on my hormone levels here or this injury here, it's preventing me from being able to see any results from any exercise. Yeah. No, you just got to try new stuff, right? Same thing as trainers. I can't keep assuming that I just know the perfect combination of things for my clients. That's why we like to take each other's workouts or follow each other's training, is so I can be absorbing new things to use, and I might be able to get to, the same type of progress with a client a little bit faster by applying something I didn't even know existed yesterday. So.
Yeah. I mean, Drew deals with this on a weekly basis because he's doing boot camps out on the beach, and there's a lot of people that are coming down to South Florida and having experience running in the sand, doing sit-ups in the ocean, which he loves to do.
Sit-ups in the ocean. Okay, we're going to take a side note on that one. That sounds rough right there, man.
Yeah. Well, of course, it depends on how rough the water is.
Okay.
Really.
That helps.
The rougher the better.
Yeah. Exactly.
One minute you could be doing sit-ups, and the next minute it's waterboarding. So I suppose you got to be a little bit more choosy with the water. Okay.
Right. Well, you get to choose your own depth as far as water goes. You can be completely out of the water, just a little feet in, or go full Navy SEAL for all I care.
I didn't know how much sand was going to be in my pants after doing sit-ups in the ocean. So you don't know what you don't know.
You know what you don't know. I didn't even know that was a move 30 seconds ago. So perfect example right there, live on our little episode right here, is that just trying to open your mind. Don't assume you've got the perfect combination to get done the thing that we're working on. And I think that even transcends fitness pretty well too. I mean, even like in a small business sense, when I have a task to do at work, I shouldn't just keep doing it the way I've always done it just to get the process done. It's that, okay, could there be a better, more efficient way that I can be doing these things? Like, let's use marketing and advertising as an example. Yeah. Jesus, I mean, they're
still learning,
and it's constantly evolving too. And those are all those things similar with fitness and all that, is new movements, new types of equipment. With that marketing and advertising, there's new tools we can be applying that can help us get the job done either funner, faster, more efficiently, or just getting a better result at the end. So
it's true. I learned a new move this week. I love learning new moves with old pieces of equipment. I heard a great glute exercise that you got with your medicine ball.
Okay. What do you got for us?
You just squeeze a medicine ball with your butt cheeks.
Okay. Wow. He's making
that from this show.
I'm still going to try
it. Bobby Jackson on the Health is Wealth.
He's making fun of Bobby.
Joke's on you. I'm trying it. So
I'm already seeing results.
Results. My butt hurts really bad. Yeah. So perfect.
But it's true, though. There's a lot of new things that people can learn if they're just open-minded about it. So never stop learning is the biggest thing that we try to teach everyone. And I think the hardest thing for a lot of clients that are coming in that have been ex-athletes and just 10, 20 years down the road just can't do it anymore, for them to swallow a pill and realize that they need to learn a better way of doing things.
And that ties into the pride factor, right?
Yeah.
That's the ego. It's hard to just admit, especially somebody who's performed at a high level in sports previously.
Yeah.
Or like the old school mentality is like, a lot of those methods worked very well, but unfortunately the research caught up, and sometimes we don't have to beat our bodies up quite as aggressively to get an even better result.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, Drew's got a good thing when it comes to that marketing advertising conversation. We talk about how Instagram is always going, and when he's posting regularly on a schedule, 2-3 times a week on the regular days, he's getting more reaction from customers for his boot camp.
Oh yeah, you get so much just more client interaction. You know, you got to get on there every day, multiple times a day. You know, whether that's a post, story, sliding in someone's DMs. What I've actually been doing a lot lately is audio messaging. Just
Audio
go right
messaging.
instead of,
Okay,
you know
yeah,
what?
nice.
Because it makes a big difference. Because, you know, what makes this podcast different than a phone call or a text message is you see the person, you see their face, you see their facial expressions, you hear the energy in their voice, and that carries, and then they can relate. And if you're really excited about something and they're really excited about something, it's much easier to at least get the conversation going, at least get them interested. Because, I mean, remember the old school ways of, hi, this is Drew, the personal trainer. You know, get this text message. I'd love to see you at the gym at 7 a.m. tomorrow. It's like, no.
It's like, that's so unpersonal.
Instead, you go right to their Instagram.
That's great,
You go
man.
right to the
That's a
message.
really
You hit
good
audio.
idea.
You go, hey, man, I haven't seen you in a really long time.
Man,
You
that's
get
a
really
killer idea.
excited, and you know, and you can sell them anything you want.
Well, isn't it?
But
isn't
how
it-
personal that is, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah, I mean,
directly
yeah,
talking
yeah.
to them, even if they can't
Ask
see
them
you.
about them. You go right
Man,
to their
that's
Instagram.
great.
You
That's
see
a
they
really
just had
good
a kid.
idea.
But-
You go see they just got back from a fishing trip. You know what I mean? And you just bring up little things like,
little nuggets, yeah.
yeah, just little nuggets about them. So they're like, oh yeah, so no.
And getting to hear the voice over just typing out a message.
Yeah.
I really like
I
that.
got
That's
so
a
much
really
more,
good idea.
I've got so much more feedback with that, and so
Well,
much more interaction.
Well, Bobby, ever since we've done this podcast and started it, his personality's out there on video. People hear his voice.
Yeah, sorry
people,
again about that for all the viewers.
Yeah, people hear his people hear his voice and know a little nuggets about him. So I would give a little bit of credit towards that video audio abilities that you've shared with everyone.
Yeah.
Why you're getting more customers in your studio now.
Yeah, that was okay. Another good example of the evolution of that too was at the beginning for my facility, Custom Fitness Institute, was about making sure that I had the right amount of photos up and the content relative to the facility, right? It wasn't as much about marketing me personally as basically kind of the environment I was trying to build in the gym with me and the other trainers and clients and the whole thing, right? But at the end of the day, we did end up seeing a nice little bump when we actually got this type of exposure out. So you're right, that did make a noticeable difference when people hear how we speak, hear the weird jokes and the odd delivery that we have when we speak, and see more of our personality before getting the opportunity to even meet us for the first time.
Yeah.
And I think that's helped. You know, that perfect example of me not knowing what I didn't know was seeing that transition of people coming into the facility now being like, oh yeah, I heard you or I saw you, is a lot different than, okay, I'm already familiar with the facility, which was my primary goal at the beginning. This is kind of just turning a new leaf. So yeah,
No,
definitely.
yeah, no. It's. I mean, I've learned. I mean, look at us. We work around each other a lot in both areas of the gym and the podcast. And I've learned nuggets from you guys from your own posts. Even Drew with his supplement line, and him have to be vocal and tell people through the social media and stuff what he's doing for himself personally, right?
It's so true.
I've learned things
How
about
can people
you.
buy into what you're doing if you're not actually following by what you say?
I mean, I didn't realize how busy and how active you were in the morning until you actually started posting things in the morning. Okay, I'm about to do my supplement
Oh, I'm
here.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot of people just assume that, okay, well, you
Oh,
might
yeah,
be
he shows
but-
up to work at
yeah, yeah.
8:30.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
No, yeah. So those are little nuggets that we didn't know about each other. That being on social media in the audio sense that Drew says helps everyone recognize what type of person you're dealing with. Because I like the early birds. I respect those people that are getting up as early as me. You know, a little bit more than the one sleeping in, and that could do a little bit more because they choose not to learn and know more.
So Drew, what was the transition for you? Jay had mentioned, at one point you hadn't used, supplements. Not that people have to or anything like that, but it went from you were going pretty much just whole foods, regular nutrition, and you hadn't been supplementing much additionally, and then now to the level of working, exclusively with a single supplement line. What was kind of the transition? Was there Was there some knowledge you had gained along the way that made you feel like, okay, I do need those little extra components in my nutrition, or what was it that you had kind of learned?
Yeah, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of third-party validation, and a little bit of adding value to my own personal business. So to give you the backstory on that, I first met a girl, her name is Eliana, and I met Eliana through City Row in West Boca, through Gabby, who works there. But she and Gabby had taken my boot camp. And it was actually Jen Hernandez's birthday that day, so we all had a casual get-together after that. And, we got to talking, and she had a great time, but that's beside the point. She goes, I noticed you use Gatorade for your boot camp. She goes, what if I told you, what if you had like a hydration solution that is like Gatorade, but you can also make money from it by also giving your clients a better product? I was like, well, yeah, that sounds phenomenal. Let's talk more. And long story short, we talk more, and we talk about isogenics and then the quality of their products, like the Rolls Royce of nutrition. And then my buddy from Ohio, here comes the third-party validation, Lucas. He had recently lost 30 pounds on isogenics.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Okay, and he had recently just started his
right there. Oh, yeah.
Pursuit of business within the company. You know what I mean? And he actually moved up to a management level position within his first month. You know what I mean? Just based on their scheme. And, I was like, okay, so this is a product that is not only clean, that I could probably trust because one of my best friends in the entire world takes it. Someone who, I just kind of met, but she definitely has my best interests in mind. You can just tell she's a genuine good person. And I have still a relationship with her to this day in regards to isogenics. So she's been great. So, and it's been something awesome for me. I've learned a whole lot. You know what I mean? So you don't know what you don't know. I've learned so much more about marketing and, staying up with, up to date on meeting business calls and all this kind of stuff. So it's overall been a very whole experience. So for me to dive in and go straight into the products and be, just be the product in a sense. Yeah. So this is me. This is how it makes me feel. I've had more energy. It's been great. It's been an overall great experience. And I think it's made me more well-rounded as a trainer, as a person. And I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
Just write it out. I said,
very nice.
Sometimes you just take a chance and risk it. Say, okay, you know what? Give it a year. Give it a year. Just work it. Don't focus completely on a couple hours a week. Start there. Okay, start here. Wait, see what happens. I started this end of February, early March. I don't remember. I'll look that up later. But okay, February next year. What do I look like now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing that everyone can take from what you just said, whatever they got going on with their health or business or personally, that you took a chance and listened to someone else that had more knowledge on a subject than you did.
Right.
Supplements in a Pacific supplement line, and they taught you some knowledge. You did your due diligence or research. You actually have third-party evidence that it works. And then you tried it yourself as well. So you learned something. You were able to grow into what the supplement actually does for you.
Totally.
And now it's not a selling process for anyone. You actually believe
I'm just telling
in the product.
what I do.
Yeah.
What I do.
And that's how personal training has gone for all of us.
How do you look like
we were
that?
all athletes.
This is what I do.
Yeah, we were all athletes before becoming trainers. We all found passion for our own fitness, and we had to learn and educate ourselves of how to teach that to others.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So this transitions into personal endeavors too, right, Bobby?
Totally. Oh, yeah. No, like that, my big thing is that anytime it goes psychological like that, and it's about kind of swallowing some ego, working more closely with other people, there's always that connection with, how we're establishing and building personal relationships as well. And I think this is another good one too. It's like that showing more empathy for other people, because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what other people are going through. You don't know people's past. You don't know people's journeys. There's really that direct overlay with that one too, where it also ties into that be nice to everybody. Just, be
I love that.
more understanding when you're in public.
That,
it's just try to spread, not being cheesy, overly, I don't like that, the stereotypical trainer, overly friendly kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's just be generally positive. Be generally happy. Give people an opportunity. Don't assume people are always, up to their worst, which for me is tough because I'm the cynical old Midwestern guy. But,
that's for sure.
But it's just doing that because you don't know what somebody just, they just fixed their flat tire themselves and swapped their tire out on the side of the road. Or something terrible happened in their family, or somebody's sick, or something like that might explain their bad energy, but don't try to meet that bad energy with more bad energy.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know what that person's gone through that day.
So why pile on their terrible
that
day
can be
with me just being mean to them?
Yeah, and that can be a hard thing for a trainer at the beginning of their career that you guys are great at doing, is recognizing really quick what your clients that you've been training on a regular basis of what kind of energy they have coming in, because you don't know what's happened. You don't know if they had a bad conference call right before coming in, that they slept wrong, that they're dealing with some kind of thing at their house or their family. You don't know, but you have to adapt without even saying anything to those people of what kind of energy they brought to you.
Exactly.
So you don't know what you don't know
know.
when you're about to train someone either.
Yeah, you can't immediately match somebody's energy. Right? If they're happy and you're happy, okay, that's great. But if they come in angry, upset, sad, whatever, you can't match with that same energy. You got to figure out why they're like that in the first place, and then try to provide them with that counter energy that they're going to need to be able to work some of that stuff out. So, which we do every day with every client we've ever trained, is at some point in the workout, they're going to say something about why they're in that bad mood, or why they're tired, right? Oh, I didn't sleep right last night. I was stuck up doing work. Or, oh man, I had to wake up way too early changing diapers. Or I had a flood in my house, or something crazy, right? We've heard a million of those things through our times as trainers. And it's just, okay, if I were to just come out the gate, hey, why are you being weird today? Why are you being upset? It's okay. They don't need that energy. Just listen. I don't know what I don't know. Let them tell me first before I start providing them that support. So.
Yeah, I got a funny story about Drew with this now that I'm thinking.
Okay,
it's a positive one, so don't freak out.
I'm not freaking out.
He was already smiling, so
Spill
yeah.
my beans. I don't care.
No, it's
Get
you
hungry, eat 'em up.
you just got a new place that you live in, okay? And you were so stressed out at one point with all the roommates that you had when you originally first came down here in South Florida.
Oh, big time.
And you recently took the leap and was willing to pay a little bit more money to have almost zero roommates. You're
Less
lived
space.
in with your
Right.
best friend.
Correct.
But your energy is so much better now. The fact that you're away from all
Nice.
that negative
Nice.
thing, but you
So
didn't
true.
know that your energy would be this good
It's also true.
because of the fear of knowledge of how much money you were going to have to spend out of your pocket now, but the freedom that you're giving yourself to actually get more done.
Well, yeah, it comes
didn't
back
know
in
that.
tenfold. You know what I mean? So I couldn't. My energy, I don't necessarily want to say it was drained, but was more misplaced and getting back to almost a normal level. So now I feel like I'm functioning, or my bottom line is at a higher level than what it was. So I'm not spending all my energy down low, and I'm spending it in other things, just like isogenics and City Row and boot camp and social media and marketing and reading a book and other stuff like that. So you just find, more time, more energy about other things. So yeah, it is a little bit more expensive to live where I am, not incredibly amount, but I'm reallocating some of that energy into, which is turning into financial benefit.
Yeah.
Right. And it's
In
that
a way,
return on
right.
investment of like, okay,
Right.
I got to eat a couple extra bucks here on the new place. But with that comes more space, more freedom,
Happiness.
more mental clarity, more happiness. And then all of a sudden that literally has a financial return, because like you said, now you're able to use your energy more wisely in different business areas. And all of a sudden now you're making more than the extra you had to spend to get there that you didn't even know was going to be a byproduct of just, I got to get out of here.
Right.
Which I have certainly had a few of those moments
Yeah, I can
living
name
with
one of
certain
you right
people.
now, too. No, but
Where it's just
another
like, I got to get
compliment.
out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I got to go. I got to get out of here.
Let's break it down. We're trying to share knowledge with people, but you didn't know how successful and how positive you would be after leaving the facility that we worked together with and stuff. Because
Yeah,
you got
I mean, I don't
you went on your own.
I don't want to slander anybody there,
No,
but
no.
yeah, no,
No,
that's,
no, no,
but I did learn a lot at the end of the day. Very grateful. I learned skills that I didn't ever think I would be interested in learning.
Yeah.
They were things that I never had an interest in and never would have been, really had the push to do until I just kind of salmon upstream, fell into them and figured I might as well take advantage of them while I had them. So, yeah. And then that,
You said it at the beginning of the show. To understand what you don't know and actually learning something new is dropping the ego at the beginning.
Yeah.
That fear, it's a fear ego thing for a lot of us, and including for me, starting this podcast was a fear issue of not knowing we would
Yeah.
what kind of response we would get
Yeah.
doing this type of show and sharing what we believe in the fitness industry is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Or people being worried they're going to be bad at something.
Yeah.
Right. That's
the
something
big
too,
one.
where like, and you've helped me with not having to super polish up every little piece of content we put out. Right. At the end of the day, nobody can hear anything because we haven't uploaded anything.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. Like people can't say anything bad about it because if you keep doing that, there's going to be nothing on the internet for people to actually absorb. And so that was that. Okay, we just got to do it.
Yeah, the sad thing is I took
Just put it up
38
there.
years
Let's go.
of my life to
Yeah.
actually figure that out
Yeah.
and make that statement.
But in a certain capacity, that's very helpful.
Yeah.
We have to get going. We had to start, and then now we're only 3 months in, but it feels like we're 3 years in because of the amount of stuff we've shot, and it's just like
And surprisingly, we've gotten so much positive response and comments and people that want to be on the show like Drew
Yeah.
and people that actually impact our lives outside of this show actually want to see us succeed and encourage us to keep going forward. So,
yeah, and that being worried again that we were just going to be bad at it.
Yeah, didn't know.
We weren't going to be able to shoot more than 8 episodes because we were going to run out of material, or like all those little things in the back of our heads always with every venture that's like, oh man, am I going to totally eat it, or am I actually going to be successful, or is it going to be embarrassingly dumb and I'm going to just fail and waste time, money, energy? And it's like, no, we just got to keep hammering on. That's another deal with it, just being consistent with it. Same way with our exercise routines. Consistency is key.
So let's give everyone a call of action right now. If you don't know what you don't know, and you're in South Florida and you want to try a boot camp on the beach, in the water, in and out of the water on a hot Sunday morning, then give Drew a call because you don't know how you're going to feel. Everyone that's been there, I know they feel great, especially when they get to jump in that ocean. It's been an awesome thing there. So make sure you hit up Drew. Drew, give them a shout out where they can reach out to you.
You can follow me at Drew's Beach Camp on Instagram, or I also have a Facebook too. I'll give you my email and phone number if you want it.
Yeah. give
Any
it.
way you can get it.
Let them get it.
Andrew Keeker at gmail.com.
Okay.
Easy money, we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale Beach, Sunday, 9 a.m. Lifeguard stand number 3. Try to cross the street from the Bahia Mar.
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah.
Easy
Rain or
navigating
shine,
right there.
people. Rain
Love
or
it.
We'll be
shine.
there tomorrow.
And if you don't know what you don't know about your own damn body and you're in the Pompano Beach area, hit up Custom Fit with Bobby. And Bobby, give him a shout out.
Yep. Custom Fitness Institute, 1701 East Atlantic. Call or text 954-999-8458. Or, of course, Custom Fitness FL, Facebook, Instagram handles right there. So
Awesome.
whatever you need, we got some cool content up.
Yep.
Find
And
out something you don't know.
if you don't know what you don't know, and you've never been on a podcast, and you have a local business in South Florida that you'd like to share, and you want to share your health background with us, then let us know. We're happy to have you on the show. Just give us a shout out on our Instagram at HIW Podcast or on our Facebook page, Health is Wealth Podcast. And if you don't know, give it a shot. You never know. All right, people, we'll talk to you later.